Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Sunday afternoon. Prepare for no warning. I'll go more into that in a moment. Do you ever get the feeling that they just want your property, the powers that shouldn't be? They just want your property, your land. Even if you rent, they want that too. Just a feeling I get. I'll go more into that. If you like this video, do hit the like button. That helps us out. And if you have not yet done so, consider subscribing. That also helps us out. We do appreciate that. I did see this story right before recording, and I wanted to mention it. This was shared by somebody by email. It said that there are low water levels, I guess due to a drought at the Panama Canal. I had not heard this. So up to 154 ship traffic jam going on down there. And they've got quite a backlog. One report said that it's a 5-week backlog at best. So it looks like we have a supply chain disruption going on here. Hard to say how that affects us here, but it is something to keep an eye on. Another reason to keep preparing like we do, like the vast majority of people that watch this channel do prepare on a regular basis. If you have not, it's not too late to start. Anything's better than nothing, okay? If you have questions, hit it in the comments. There's a wealth of knowledge of people that watch this channel, okay? Keep Hawaii, keep that Lahaina area in your prayers in Hawaii because, Lord Jesus, I mean, the footage we've been seeing, and I've watched some more video this morning people have been sending, and oh man, okay. I'm going to go a little bit more into that, talking about preparing, but keep them in prayer because, and Mrs. Dawg said this earlier. I think she said it last night. I can't remember if she said it today or yesterday. I don't know. But she said that it's not so much the cause, because I'm so hung up on the cause, and I still am. I know. But Ms. Dawg was like, hey, it happened. So, I mean, we may never know the cause. The big thing here in this situation is these folks had no warning. I mean, they virtually no warning. At best, they had a little warning, but I don't even know if they had that. Just the more that I watch, the more that I read, the vast majority of these folks, it hit them like a ton of bricks, like out of left field, I'm watching footage of people trying to drive through this hellscape, and they get caught in traffic jams and they can't get anywhere. Now, the one video that I saw, they did get through apparently, but from the pictures that we're seeing, they're just cars along this road by the harbor where they're just burnt where they were sitting. So that means the people in them either perished right there, or if they made it out of the vehicle, they tried to get to the water, and if they got in the water, some of them still got burnt. There's footage of people in the water for hours. They still got burnt, or they drowned, and some survived. I mean, what a hell. I mean, that means they had no warning, unless they had someone they were trying to escape in their cars, possibly. But then there are reports of people that got caught up in their house, and they perished right there. I mean, they couldn't get out. They were surrounded by the fire. But I'm hearing, no sirens, no cell phone alerts. There were no cell phone service, no fire trucks, just no alerts at all until it was too late. And then everything was down. Communications were down. It's just a bad situation, so let's keep them in prayer. Prepare for a little warning. I believe there are many things that could hit us, and I've referred to this before, getting hit out of left field with something, no matter where we live. It doesn't have to be on the coast somewhere. It can be anywhere. But we need to have that in mind, is that we may not have much time to react. It could be weather related. It could be one of these climate emergencies that I keep hearing rumors that are going to be declared. Now, I'm hearing two things on that. I'm hearing the United Nations could declare it, which I don't give a flip about. United Nations can say whatever, and I do not care. I do not answer to them. They can kick rocks. They can come out here and dig a mud hole and get eaten by mosquitoes, as far as I'm concerned, out here where I live. And then I'm hearing that the president here could declare that as well. I have similar feelings if that happens too. But anyway, there's that. There's your home. You know, are you prepared for whatever? It could be weather related. It could be anything, just about. It could be a big crime wave. It could be SHTF on a short notice. You know, if you're suddenly locked down or all this kind of stuff, you know, no matter what it is, it could be, you know, one of these sudden health crisis things comes on us, you know, and you're busy in life. And, you know, remember the toilet paper thing a few years ago where everybody panicked trying to get things, and people in the store is in a panic. If you remember that, are you prepared to spend some time at your home without having to get out? You know, having the provisions you need. That's anything from food and water to other stuff that you just used to having in your home. You know, are you prepared for that? You know, we have election season coming up. You know, we're kind of late summer here, so before you know it, we're into the fall, and all of a sudden, you know, this election thing is warming up, and you know, you just got to figure something's around the corner. You know, they have to make sure they have certain things set up, if you know what I mean. You could have crime waves all of a sudden. You know, you hear about this stuff happening around the country. It doesn't matter where you live anymore. Uh, at a moment's notice, WW3 could spark. That would have effects that we just have no. We just that would be a total surprise on us and me, everybody, I think. Okay. But the property thing, I just have a feeling. I just get the feeling that I don't want you to have it. You know, everything from the taxes to the prices of everything. I mean, it just feels coordinated, doesn't it? It just feels uh, too. Well, I could say planned, I guess. Okay, prepared. What can you do? I saw this video this morning that was shared with me. This young man, he was somewhere in Lahaina in Hawaii, and he put this video out, and he was just trying to get the word out about how things were there on the ground, and they lack everything right now, so they have nothing. It's SHTF big time right there, and so they're not getting supplied. So what you have, I mean, even if it got burned up, then all your stuff got burned up, even if you were prepared, I guess, depending. But even the other side of this town has no power, has no communications. Even the part that didn't get burned up, you know, if you have some things put back, you might be in better shape. Now you could have your loss of power, but he was talking about how his home didn't get burned, but they lack food and water. Nothing's coming in. You could get out; they would let you out, but you don't know if they'd let you back in. So that's why he was afraid to go out and get provisions. You know, he didn't want to leave the home. I don't blame him. Personal protection. You know, after a few days, things can devolve. How many police are really around? Self-protection, like I said, food and water, you know, your basics. Medicines, he mentioned that, medical supplies and medicine. He says, we need food, water, we need medicines. We have no fuel to get in and out. They're trying to bring stuff in, but it's very little too late in that area. Power loss, being in your home for an extended period of time. Are you ready for that? Cut off from the outside to get resupplied, or not really being able to get out to get resupply yourself. Again, no cell service, internet. Your communications are down. You know, so it was a sobering thing to watch him. He was a young man, and again, he said I thought about going out and getting some things, but they may not let me back in here, and I don't want to leave the home. He says, but we're in bad shape here. And this is it's like a day or two after the thing happened. You know, what will it be like if the relief is very slow, which it probably will be in a few more days? You know, so it just made me think, I mean, how prepared are we? You know, we're not prepared for every single thing. You know, we really aren't. However, the more we try, the more we put a little bit here and there. It's like, don't get, live your life. Don't get so absorbed in things you worry yourself to death. But, we do what we can, right? I have a really good passage that I want to share that is very thought provoking. Okay. And, but do share your thoughts on these things. No warning, like a thief in the night. You can come in here and, not going to be expecting it. That's my concern. Okay. Passage. Our pastor was talking about this morning, talking about judging others. And, you hear the term, do not judge. Don't judge others. That's partly true. The Bible does say that. But the Bible also talks about how, and Jesus talks about how there is a way you can judge. It's difficult. It's not easy. But here's the passage. This is from Luke chapter 6, verses 37 through 42. So bear with me. This is from the words of Jesus during his sermon on the plain. Judge not, and you will not be judged. Condemn not, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. He also told them a parable. Can a blind man lead a blind man? Will they not both fall into the pit? A disciple is not above his teacher, but everyone, when he is fully trained, will be like his teacher. Why do you seek the speck that is in your brother's eye, but not notice the log that is in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, brother, let me take out that speck that is in your eye, when you yourself do not see the log that is in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take out the speck that is in your brother's eye. I think that last part is key. And that is left out of a lot when people say you can't judge, you can never judge. Well, you can, but you have to be able to know that you're being held by that same standard. And you have to be able to do it, judge by God's holy standard, not your own. And that is not easy, and I think, and what our pastor was getting across to us this morning is that as long as you are coming to it from humility, a point of humility and love and grace to your brother and sister, family member, whoever, friend, and approach it from that direction and hold yourself to that same standard, and understand that you have your flaws too, every bit as much. At that point, we can also have conversations like that with folks around us. But it's the way you do it. I think that's what he was trying to get across, and he did, and it was effective. Judge not by God's holy standard, not a human standard. So let us know your thoughts on that. Keep that in mind. Hope that helped somebody out there. Let's be safe. Let's keep preparing. God bless you. I will see you soon.